Okay, today we're going to be having a look at the pen tool and some really quick and easy ways to use the pen. So the first one, very obvious, let's just write on the board. So I'm selecting the pen icon from the main toolbox, and I can select my colour from the top here and come out to the page and just start writing. Just like any other surface, whiteboard, blackboard, etc. Next to the pen you'll see the highlighter. So if I click on this, and again I can choose my colour from the top, and I can highlight over anything that's on the page. Now when I come back to my cursor icon, I can move those things around, and I can erase them by selecting the eraser and coming out to my page and rubbing those things off. Now you'll notice that I can't rub off text or shapes or any pictures. All I can rub off is the pen and the highlighter. Now while we're here writing, you'll also see we've got a handwriting recognition tool. So if I click on that, now it's the icon with the little A, and I can write out here on the page and it will change it to text for me. If it gets it wrong, I've got a little drop down menu of some things that I might have meant, and it will change it for me. If you don't have this little icon in your toolbox, you can find it up here in the Tools menu, the hammer and spanner that's crossed, and handwriting recognition is halfway down. Okay, the other way to use the pen is to create counters. So I've come back and I've selected the pen again. Now underneath the colours you'll notice we've got 4 dots, so by default it's on the second. Here's the first, so if you want some fine lines or writing, and I'm going up to the 4th dot now. Underneath the 4 dots there's a sliding bar, so I'll take it halfway across and you can see it's quite thick. If I take it the whole way across, I'm going to change to red, you'll see, and come out, just do some dots on the page, come back to my cursor and those counters are done, and they're ready to use by the students to cover over the even numbers. Easy as that. Now these numbers out here are just text boxes that I've put on the page, like so. And then remember we put the counters on and they can be moved. If you want some see-through counters, it's the same thing with the highlighter. So select the highlighter all the way across to the right, select your colour, just do some dots out here. And when you move them this time you'll see you can see through them, so you get that immediate feedback. While we're still on some counters, I've set up a page where they're going to divide some counters into equal groups. So I'm going to put my counters up here, and I would leave the page like this so that the kids can make up their own 3 groups. So whether they decide to draw some groups on the page, or they might decide that they're just going to leave the 3rd group uncategorized, and they've got some questions down the bottom here to answer. And lastly, we can hide answers with the pen. So pen, let's make it a bit thicker. Anything that's on the page we can just draw over the top of. So I can scribble these out so I had some opposites on the page. So I could even have the students come up and write next to it what they think it is, and then to reveal the right answer they would select the eraser, erase off the green blob and find out if they're right. So any text or picture that you put on the page you can scribble over the top of and then just simply erase by using the erase tool. Okay, thank you very much.